Hello COVIDians, it's the 18th of November and time for another little video, a little foray into what is going on in this world. I'll start with a quote from a lovely meme. I only found it a while ago, but I'll give you the quote first. There are two types of people in the UK. The people who think Boris Johnson is looking out for their best interest, and the people who think. Yeah, good one. Let's just show it to you. Let's try and bring it in there. Yeah, there he is. Dear old bozo. Let's get him back on the screen again. Yeah. It's because that phone goes off really quick. There's Bozo. Yep, there is your leader. Your Reichsführer. Yeah, your Obergruppenführer. By the way, if I wince a little, it's because I got toothache. But for toothache, for the moment, I have these. Got to be careful you don't take too many or you can get addicted to them, okay? So watch it if you take those. But thank God I got a great dentist, and I should be seeing her tomorrow afternoon. Oh, there you go. I blame COVID. Well, I blame COVID for everything, on it, all honesty. Toothache, dentist, blame. Yeah, can't blame the dentist, but I could blame COVID, couldn't I? Yeah. I blame COVID. Yeah. See that man there? That last one we just saw. We saw him in the Commons, didn't we, earlier, about sleaze, second jobs and all that lot. And he was growling and he was snarling. Later on, I'll show you a picture of him actually taken in the Commons. And his face is down like this. And it's a bit hard to do this because that tooth hurts. But he's actually snarling. Yeah, he's like a dog on a leash. Perhaps he thinks he's Churchill, but I'm not sure even Churchill snarled. But he's snarling like a pit bull, yeah? A cornered pit bull, perhaps. But here's a much greater man. Here's a man who was around many, many years before me, was there in the time of the Second World War. Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who said, "The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much, it's whether we provide enough for those who have little." There you go, Boris. Read this great man if you're taking the trouble to watch, or any of your friends who are taking the trouble to watch. Read what FDR said. Yeah, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the New Deal. Truman after the war, responsible for the Marshall Plan, rebuilding Europe, changing Germany from a shattered ruin, yeah, but not allowing a place for fascism to grow, because people like Franklin Delano Roosevelt knew, and Germany knows now, which is why it chooses social security systems that provide adequately for the needs of those who can't get jobs, for those who can't work. Do you know why the Germans do that? Do you know why? Because they remember the 1930s, the Great Depression, the lead up to World War II. They remember what happened then, when all these capitalists obviously were still busy making a fortune, yeah, exploiting everybody, yeah, still getting their pound of flesh and whatever, even while people literally sweated blood and died. But Germans remember that into that vacuum jumped the fascists and the people like Hitler. Yeah, a bit like Johnson likes to do with the downtrodden, the oppressed, yeah. Here's another one from Friedrich Engels. I don't know if Friedrich Engels was German. Probably was the name like Friedrich. But I can't tell you the German on this, but I'll just read the quote, okay? Distress due to poverty gives the worker only one choice of starving slowly, killing himself quickly, or taking what he needs where he finds it. In plain English, stealing. It's not surprising that the majority of people prefer to steal rather than death or commit suicide. Friedrich Engels, The Condition of the Working Class in England, and he wrote that in 1945. Engels, Manchester Industrial Revolution, the history that is that part of the country. So tell me, what about a photograph that I saw a few years ago, and it's probably still true now, of baby milk security tagged and protected in supermarkets, yeah? Do you think it becomes right to steal food when you just can't obtain it any other way? You steal it. Yeah, I think it does. And frankly, if I saw anybody shoplifting food, as far as I'm concerned, even if I worked as shop security for that shop, I would let them get away with it. I don't consider it a crime. Yeah, I really don't consider it a crime to shoplift and take food when you were starving. Yeah. So why is it then? Yeah, because of course we're going to get to the old children in need. Everyone knows that. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not a good idea to raise money for charities and for children, but these children are genuinely in need. Well, maybe they are in poverty imposed upon them by this government, yeah? But as somebody said here, there are, and I don't know the figures, if you've got a different figure, please fact check me, of course. There are 134 billionaires and 715,000 millionaires in the UK. Makes us the 5th richest country in the world. So why the fuck, well, I'll show you the actual word, why the fuck do we have any children in need? You know, why is that? Why are there children in need when these people have so much money? You know, the idea of taxing them rather than having all those children in need. Don't want to do it, do we, Boris? Don't want to do it. Not going to happen. You'd rather have these children living in need. Oh, and just once again, please can I use this same thing? I want to say this again and again and again. Yeah? You'll see there the word billionaires. Forget millionaires, because you could probably win a few million on the lottery or something. Forget millionaires. Think about billionaires. Yeah. Now, I can't remember the exact number of lifetimes it would take on an ordinary wage, yeah, to make even £1 billion through hard work. £1 billion. I've heard it said it would probably take something like 71 lifetimes. That's to make £1 billion. Now, these billionaires, again, many of them are multi-billionaires. Yeah? They have fortunes the size of a small country. These multi-billionaires could pay off our national debt several times over and keep paying it off. And these are the kind of people that are friends and lobbyists of this man. These are the kind of people he's not just making richer, he's taking from those who have the least to give to those who already have the most. Oh, and he's got rid of the he's got rid of the HS2 to Eastern Leg and Northern Powerhouse. Northern Powerhouse! Oh, Northern Powerhouse. It's a powerhouse. Well, the powerhouse is gone, mate. Another broken election promise. And here's one thing I want to end on. When you are looking for the basic difference between the left and the right, look to the young. I'm just going to expand that a little, but that's where I'd like you to look. Look to the young for the basic difference between the left and the right. Yeah, there you go. Look at those two. That is the basic difference between the left and the right. And the idea of men possibly older than me being triggered by a teenage girl like this saying what she does disgusts me in so many ways. Look, the world is corrupt. We are living in a corrupt society. It is getting worse. We are destroying the planet. Of course we are. Some of us are trying to do something about that. Some of us are trying. Frankly, I'm glad that we are. But with everything that came out of the COP, whatever, it means nothing. Yeah, just hollow promises. Nothing will be done. Yeah. All I can think is that eventually the planet will have rid of us, yeah, in our own due time, like the dinosaurs will be gone. And then the planet will heal itself. I don't know, perhaps even thinking a bit Christian-wise, a new heaven and a new earth. But in that respect, physically, don't know about spiritually, without human beings. Depressing, I know. Even more depressing, the stuff that the government are doing, the sleaze, the corruption. And have we got a Labour leader? No, we haven't got a Labour leader, have we? Not really. We've got a red Tory. A red Tory. Cheers, and cheers, Keith. Just a quick return, COVIDians. Before anyone picks me up on it, I gave Frederick Engels the wrong dates. In English, I said that quote was from 1945. I time shunted him forwards. It is from 1845. Frederick Engels. Bye.